Dibre haYamim bet, chapter 25. Amaziah was 25 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 29 years in Yerushalayim. And the name of his mother was Jehoadan of Yerushalayim. And he did what was right in the eyes of Yah, but not with a perfect heart. And it came to be upon his strong control of the reign that he killed his servants who had struck his father the sovereign, but he did not put the children to death, but did as it is written in the Torah in the book of Moshe, where Yah commanded, saying, Fathers are not put to death for their children, and children are not put to death for their fathers, but each one has to die for his own sin. And Amaziah gathered Yehudah and set over them commanders of thousands and commanders of hundreds, according to the fathers' houses, for all Yehudah and Benjamin. And he registered them from 20 years old and above, and found them to be 300,000 choice men going out to the army, handling spear and shield. And he hired 100,000 mighty brave ones from Israel for 100 talents of silver. But a man of Elohim came to him, saying, O sovereign, do not let the army of Israel go with you, for Yah is not with Israel, with all the children of Ephraim. But if you are going to do it, be strong in battle, as Elohim make you fall before the enemy, for Elohim has power to help and to overthrow. And Amaziah said to the man of Elohim, But what do we do about the 100 talents which I have given to the army of Israel? And the man of Elohim answered, Yah has more to give you than this. So Amaziah dismissed the army that had come to him from Ephraim to go back home. And they were greatly enraged against Yehudah, and they returned home in a rage. And Amaziah strengthened himself and led his people and went to the valley of Salt and struck 10,000 of the sons of Seir. And the sons of Yehudah took captive another 10,000 alive. And they brought them to the top of the rock and threw them down from the top of the rock. And all of them were dashed to pieces. And the soldiers of the army which Amaziah had sent back from going with him to battle, they raided the cities of Yehudah from Shomeron to Beth Horon, and struck 3,000 in them, and took much spoil. And it came to be, after Amaziah came from striking the Edomites, that he brought the mighty ones of the people of Seir, and set them up to be his mighty ones, and bowed down before them, and burned incense to them. Therefore the displeasure of Yah burned against Amaziah, and he sent him a prophet, who said to him, Why have you sought the mighty ones of the people, which did not deliver their own people from your hand? And it came to be, as he talked with him, that the sovereign said to him, Have we appointed you counselor to the sovereign? Stop. Why should they strike you? Then the prophet stopped and said, I know that Elohim has counseled to destroy you, because you have done this and have not listened to my counsel. And Amaziah, sovereign of Yehudah, took counsel and sent to Joash, son of Jehoahaz, the son of Jehu, sovereign of Israel, saying, Come, let us look each other in the face. So Joash, sovereign of Israel, sent to Amaziah, sovereign of Yehudah, saying, The thistle that was in Lebanon sent to the cedar that was in Lebanon, saying, Give your daughter to my son as wife. And a wild beast that was in Lebanon passed by and trampled the thistle. You have said, See, I have stricken Edom, and your heart has lifted you up to boast. Now stay at home. Why should you stir up yourself to evil, that you should fall, you and Yehudah with you? And Amaziah did not listen, for it came from Elohim, in order to give them into the hand of their enemies, because they sought the mighty ones of Edom. So Joash, sovereign of Israel, went out, and he and Amaziah, sovereign of Yehudah, faced one another at Beth Shemesh, which belongs to Yehudah. And Yehudah was smitten before Israel, and they each fled to his tent. And Joash, the sovereign of Israel, caught Amaziah, sovereign of Yehudah, son of Joash, son of Jehoahaz, at Beth Shemesh, and brought him to Yerushalayim, and broke down the wall of Yerushalayim from the gate of Ephraim to the corner gate, 400 cubits, and took all the gold and silver, and all the utensils that were found in the house of Elohim, with Obed-Edom, and the treasures of the sovereign's house, and hostages, and returned to Shomeron. And Amaziah, son of Joash, sovereign of Yehudah, lived 15 years after the death of Joash, son of Jehoahaz, sovereign of Israel. And the rest of the acts of Amaziah, from the first to the last, see, are they not written in the book of the sovereigns of Yehuda and Israel? And from the time that Amaziah turned away from following Yah, they made a conspiracy against him in Yerushalayim, and he fled to Lachish. And they sent after him to Lachish and killed him there. And they brought him on horses and buried him with his fathers in the city of Yehuda.